I'm Sari.
And I'm Kayla.
And thanks for joining us for Pre-Shabbos Circle Time this week. We're so excited you came this week. Can you show us how you draw your big circles? It's circle time, it's circle time, it's circle time today. It's circle time, let's all shout, hooray! So this week, what did we do so we could hear you shout?
We opened the window!
So I'm going to count to 3, and then we want to hear you all the way over here through our windows. 1, 2, 3,
kaboom!
Oh, you guys were so loud this week. Thanks so much. Can you all show me your Shabbos angels? The Shabbos angels are peeking through my window. Emma's lighting candles, but no one's got to show. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to every one of you. Good Shabbos, everyone. I hope you have as much energy as Kayla because she has a lot of energy today. Let's start by making some challah for Shabbos. Can you get out your big spoons? Let's mix the sticky batter. Watch it rise and grow. Time to do a mitzvah and pinch off a piece of dough. Braid and braid a challah as neatly as you're able. Slide in the oven, then on the Shabbos table.
Save a bracha.
And then we can eat. So Kayla, do you want to introduce this week's special guest stars on Shabbos Circle Time?
Sure thing!
Who are our special guest stars this week?
Jared and Reuvy!
And Jared and Reuvy are going to sing us our chicken soup song. So let's hand it over to Jared and Reuvy.
Put the chicken in the pot, stir it up nice and hot. Let's get ready for Shabbat, Put the broth in the pot, stir it up nice and hot. Let's get ready for Shabbat,
Jared,
what do you want to put in the chicken soup?
Zucchini.
Put the zucchini in the pot, stir it up nice and hot. Let's get ready for Shabbat,
Anything else, you guys? Would anybody else have any ideas what we could put in our chicken soup?
Candy?
Candy.
Put the candy in the pot. Put the candy. Put the candy in the
Okay, I think we're going to leave it to some of our Machziki friends to decide what else they want to put into the soup. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Jared and Reuben. What great singing. We are going to sing one more song. I don't know if you remember our Shavuot song from last week, but we are going to sing our song about the 10 Commandments. So I need you to show me all 10 of your fingers and get them ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rules from way up high. Moshe climbed the mountain, got the Torah on Har Sinai. And our fingers again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rules from way up high. Moshe climbed the mountain, got the Torah from Har Sinai. We are the Jewish people, 'cause we are the ones who choose to follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rules from way up high. Moshe climbed the mountain, got the Torah on Har Sinai. Great job, everyone. Now Rabbi Scher is going to tell us a little bit about this week's Parsha.
Hello everyone, we hope you have a Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Bamidbar. We are starting a new Chumash, a new book of the Torah, the 4th book of the Torah, and it's called Bamidbar. And it begins and ends with Hashem making a count of the Jewish people. Specifically going and counting every single one of the Jewish people. And you may ask, Why does Hashem specifically go and count every one of the Jewish people? Doesn't Hashem know automatically how many Jewish people there are in the desert? And the answer is Hashem loved the Jewish people so much that Hashem wanted to count each and every one of them. Just like if somebody had something precious to them and they'd go and they'd count it over and over again. That's exactly what Hashem was doing with Hashem's children. We hope you have a wonderful Shabbat. Esther, would you like to say something?
It's Shabbos.
Yes, and Esther would just said Shabbat Shalom. Shlomo's here as well. We'd like to wish you a wonderful Shabbat. We're going to miss seeing you in shul this Shabbat, but please, when you say Adon Olam at home, please give me a virtual high five or a virtual handshake. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Scher.
Now we're going to read this week's story, which is a story about Har Sinai. Kayla, can you tell everyone what's the name of this week's book?
The Littlest Mountain.
Long, long ago, Hashem called all of the mountains together. My friends, Hashem began, since time began, you have watched over the world with me. Some people have been kind and generous with one another, while others have been hateful and cruel. My people cannot seem to live together. The mountains agreed, but what did Hashem want from them? People have always looked up to the heavens, Hashem continued, so I will speak to them from a mountaintop. I will give them laws to follow so that the world will finally know peace. The mountains cheered at this high honor. They joined in a great circle and danced. Then Hashem asked quietly, "Which mountain should I choose?" Instantly the dance ended. The mountains broke apart, pushing and shoving. They turned this way and that, trying to impress Hashem. Of course Hashem will choose me, bragged the beautiful Mount Carmel. My seaside slopes are lush and green. My Hebrew name means garden. People fight over my rich land. I'm the most important mountain. The other mountains mumbled in protest, except for little Har Sinai. Its slopes were far too rocky for anyone to want. No, Hashem will choose me, boasted Mount Hermon. I am broad and strong. I have 3 peaks. People marvel at my rushing streams and snow-capped summits. In my caves they built temples to the sun and moon. I'm their favorite mountain. The other mountains grumbled with jealousy, except for little Har Sinai. Its face was far too plain to be anyone's favorite. Majestic Mount Tabor pushed boldly through the crowd. Hashem will choose me. Remember, I kept my head above water during the great flood. I am the mountain closest to heaven. The other mountains rumbled with memories of the flood. Still they argued, except for little Har Sinai. Its peak was far too lowly to see the wonders of heaven. Soon other mountains joined in the boasting. Valuable rocks are mined from my land, Mount Ebal crowed. My hills are home to the fiercest battles, Mount Moriah blustered. My meadows are filled with heavenly flowers, Mount Gilboa gloated. Each mountain stepped forward to praise itself, sure it deserved the honor of being chosen. Only Har Sinai stood back. And what about you, little Sinai? Asked Hashem. Have you nothing to say? No, Hashem, said Sinai. Unlike the others, I'm not a great mountain in any way. Whichever mountain you choose will be the best. Hashem thought, I do not want to speak from a mountain that is boastful and vain, said Hashem to the beautiful Mount Carmel. I do not want to speak from a mountain that has been used to worship suns and moons, said Hashem to the vast Mount Hermon. And I do not want to speak from the mightiest peak. My people should know that I am down among them always, said Hashem to the majestic Mount Tabor. Har Sinai stepped further back to admire the massive cliffs and peaks of the other mountains. Lost in thought, it wondered which would be chosen. Come forward, Sinai, Hashem called, while the other mountains squabbled among themselves. Yes, Hashem, said the littlest mountain. I choose you. the humblest mountain, to be the special place where I will speak to my people. For you were silent when the others were boasting. You were peaceful when the others were fighting, and only you put your trust in me. And so the other mountains returned to their homes, a little less full of themselves, but a good deal wiser about the ways of Hashem. And soon enough, Hashem spoke to the people as promised. The 10 Commandments were given to all from the top of humble Har Sinai, which on that day was very close to heaven indeed. The end.
That was a great story.
Now let's all stand up and sing our song about getting the Torah. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Mora Sari Yaakov, Mora Sari Yaakov, Mora Sari Yaakov, Torah Tziva lanu Moshe. Great job, everyone. I loved your jumping and your dancing and your singing. Now let's all sit down. Can you all show me your quiet? Twinkle, twinkle, kochavim, way up in the shamayim. If we say Shema tonight, everything will be alright. Twinkle, twinkle, kochavim, way up in the shamayim. And can everyone cover your eyes for Shema? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Look at all the sleeping children, sleeping until noon. Come, let us wake them with a merry tune. They're so still, are they ill? Wake up, little children, hop, hop, hop. Wake up, little children, hop, hop, hop. Wake up, little children, hop, hop, hop. Hop and stop. Now let's all stand up. I've got that Shabbos feeling up in my head, up in my head, up in my head. I got that Shabbos feeling up in my head, up in my head today. I got that Shabbos feeling deep in my heart, deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that Shabbos feeling deep in my heart, deep in my heart today. I've got that Shabbos feeling out in my hands, out in my hands, out in my hands. I got that Shabbos feeling out in my hands, out in my hands today. I got that Shabbos feeling down in my toes, down in my toes, down in my toes. I got that Shabbos feeling out in my toes, down in my toes today. Good Shabbos, everyone. We hope you can join us for our Shavuot virtual ice cream party next week. And next week, we'll give you a special Pre-Shabbos Circle Time. Have a great Shabbos.